In this video, we're going to be looking at function transformations and graphing a function. In this case, we're looking at the square root function, and we've got several things that are going to be impacting the graph. This 3, the negative, the 2, and the plus 4 are all going to be impacting where the graph is. So the first thing we're going to look at is horizontal and vertical shifts. So this x plus 4, the plus 4 means that the graph is going to move 4 units to the left. And one way for us to remember that is the number that we would plug in that would make this turn into 0 is negative 4. So negative 4 is to the left 4. The 3 over here, a positive 3, is going to make a vertical shift. So it's going to move 3 units up. The negative that's here in front of the function is going to flip the function upside down. So whenever you have a negative that's impacting the function on the outside of the function, it flips it vertically. So the negative is going to be a vertical flip. And the 2 is going to affect it vertically as well. It's going to be a vertical stretch. So these are the 4 transformations that are going to happen to this graph. I can think of this horizontal shift and vertical shift as kind of being a new starting point for me. So left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 3 is going to be my new starting location. And on a square root graph, we know that that is basically a parabola on its side, that location is actually a point. And normally, we know that a square root graph would have points on it like 1 comma 1 and 4, and the square root of 4 is 2, and 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. But our function is doing a vertical stretch by a factor of 2, and so it's doubling the height of those locations. So instead of only being up 1 when I go over 1, it's going to be double that. So it's going to be at 2. And I'll mark that with a y prime to show that it's my new y location. And instead of the square root of 4, 2, I'm going to double that 2 and have 4. And instead of the square root of 9, 3, I'm going to double that. I'm going to have 6. I also have a vertical flip because of the negative. And so instead of going up 2, I'll be going down 2. And instead of going up 4, I'll be going down 4. And instead of going up 6, I'll be going down 6. So from my point over here, I can move right 1 and down 2. So my first point, right 1 and down 2. I can move right 4 and down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 4. And I can move right 9 and down 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and down 2, 4, 6. And then I just work to make a smooth curve. I know that it's supposed to look like a parabola on its side, and so at the very beginning of that graph, kind of make it stretch out a little bit more towards this direction, like a parabola is flat kind of on the bottom, more of a U shape than a V shape, but of course this is on its side. And it ends right here, the square root does, but on this side it continues on, and so I have an arrow there. So that's my function transformation. Again, I look at what each of the pieces does, and it might be nice for you to write down what they do verbally first so that you have a visual idea of what you're expecting. I found the new center location, which was left 4 because negative 4 plus 4 makes 0, and up 3. And then I made a little chart to show how both the negative and the 2 were impacting the y values. Since they were outside the function, they'll be multiplying the y values and changing the graph vertically.